Today I'm sharing with you guys the one piece of gear that I use almost as much as my iPad, and that's my go-to MIDI controller, the CME XKEY Air. Now, a MIDI controller can take your workflow to the next level, and I'm going to share with you why I think this one is the best one for iPad music producers. Welcome back, creatives. I'm Jahrell, your music technologist, here to help you master the tech you need to make music freely. I make weekly tip and tutorial videos as well as product reviews on all things music production. If you enjoy that kind of content, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you will be the first to catch the next one. The CME XKEY Air is one of the dopest MIDI controllers I've had the chance to use, and if you've been a part of the iPad music production community for any amount of time, you've no doubt seen it pop up in videos. You've probably seen it pop up a ton in my videos, but that just goes to show you how well it fits into the mobile production workflow. The XKEY Air is a wireless MIDI controller, and it connects to your iPad via Bluetooth. All you have to do to pair it is open up your DAW or instrument app of choice, find your Bluetooth settings, and enable the XKEY Air. Once you've done that, you're good to go. You just select your instrument and play. Now, one thing to note about the XKEY Air is it has an auto shut-off feature that will kick in if it notices you haven't been using it for a while. When that happens, you have to go back to your DAW settings and reconnect. And while I understand that could be pretty annoying, I imagine this is an effort on CME's part to preserve battery life. And speaking of battery life, this thing has lasted me several days at a time on a single charge, and it charges via micro USB. And while that's not too big of a deal, I wish it was USB-C to be more in line with the iPad Pro, for example, which is what I have. One thing that I thought I would hate about this MIDI controller, but I've really come to love, is the way the keys feel. This thing does not feel like a traditional keyboard at all. The clicky keys feel more like a keyboard, like a typing keyboard than anything else. Which you wouldn't think that would make for a good experience, but something about playing this just feels good to use. And I have a full-size 88 key keyboard back here in the back with weighted keys, and honestly, I use this thing way more than that big keyboard back there. The XKEY Air comes in a 25 key model, which I have, as well as a 37 key model. It has pitch bend and modulation buttons instead of wheels, which I thought I would hate, but have honestly come to like better than the wheels. Now, the one thing I wish it had was a port to connect a sustain pedal into it. Instead, it just has a sustain button down here at the bottom. Now, them taking this out is no doubt because they want to keep this thing as thin as possible. If they put the 1/4-inch port, this thing would be significantly thicker. And that brings me to one of the main points of this keyboard. It is so thin. Honestly, portability is the reason you would buy something like this. If you're watching my channel, you're probably somebody that's interested in a portable workflow, because I do a lot of videos about iPad producing. But this just goes along with the workflow so well because it is so thin and it can fit in a bag really easily. And I honestly prefer the freedom to put in my melodies and chords and everything anywhere, because you never know where inspiration is going to hit, and being able to just pull this out, pair it, play is honestly worth it to me. If you're going to pick up one of these keyboards, I highly recommend getting it off of Amazon. The silver 25 key XKEY Air, the one that I have, goes for $198, but at the time of making this video, there's a $20 time of purchase coupon on Amazon, which would bring the price down to $178. That is the best deal I've seen for one of these keyboards so far. The 37 key version is also on sale for $189, which is the lowest I've seen that one for in a long time. So if you want to pick up any one of these, I'll put links to all three in the video description. That has been it. If you have an XKEY Air already and you're using it for your music production, let me know how it's going for you in the comments below. And if there's any questions that I didn't address about the XKEY Air in this video, go ahead and drop those in the comments as well. I will answer those. And as always, creatives, go out there and make something dope, and I will see you in the next video.